Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video I'm back here at the castle Brackenhelm in Brackenreach. I have a trailer loaded with Halloween herbs and spices. Maybe that's for making Halloween fried chicken, I'm not sure. But I'm going to be carrying them back to Fort Stockton. So let's get started. Since last week's first video, right after the Witches of Brackenreach event started, I've actually already taken loads out and back in. This will be my third load going out of Brackenreach. So from here on out, I will only have to do jobs from city to city. I also changed the transmission out in the Lone Star. I put an automatic Eaton transmission into it. I found that shifting gears through the woods was a little bit difficult. I've also discovered almost all the roads in the map, including I teleported myself onto the main road just to see what it looked like. You can drive that whole road other than the parts that are blocked off, but you really shouldn't because there's nothing out there except for the road texture. Also, I noticed these are glowing mushrooms. Another piece of advice that I put into the previous video from this event was that I recommend changing your brightness setting. Right now I have it at 60, and you can see it's only 9:30 in the morning. 70 is probably better for getting through here, but it's a little bit too bright once you get back into the real world. Also, this time I'm not as worried about spoiling the road network, so just so you know, there's three nice women that live over there to the right. Last time I visited, they were cooking some sort of stew. And this is a very narrow road here that definitely needs to be taken slowly. And up here you have the option of going left or right. If you go left, it's very tight. If you go right, it's very narrow. That goes through basically a cave. This is a very narrow wooden bridge. That I'm going to take at about 5 to 10 miles per hour maximum. this is a little narrow right here too, so you definitely, well, basically the whole way you need to take your time. And yeah, we have some glowing ferns around here. There are also some interesting towering chunks of rock sticking out of the ground through here too. When I came up this way, I didn't realize how steep of a hill I was climbing. Going back down, I can really tell. That's why I'm keeping the J brake on, and every now and then I'll let off the gas so that that J brake engages. Those cypress trees over there are kind of glowing. That's interesting. Honestly not sure from here on what the best way out of here is. It's a little confusing in places. I do know this is a very tight turn. level ground, so I'm turning the jake brake off, and hopefully from here on everything goes smoothly. These sharp curves require all of my attention. It does help that the cut-off trees, the stumps, don't have much of a collision box, so that helps a little bit. But I think I'm almost out. Left or right? Left or right? Just looking at the map, I think right. I do think that a lot of this is going to be reused in the, or was probably originally used in the Louisiana map. That looks a lot like Spanish moss hanging out of the trees, and a lot of the trees look like cypress trees that you would see out in the swamps or in the south. So that's just a suspicion I have. And of course the lightning bugs, I'm sure, will be in Louisiana. Maybe they've already showed those off, I can't remember. Oh, and last time, you couldn't really tell it, but there is a ship out there in the harbor, so that's nice. That's a ship bringing tea from the Azores, part of the kdenlive. Okay, now it's time to go back to the real world. And here we are. So let's get started to our drop-off spot here in Fort Stockton. There was some disappointing news last weekend. You may have heard there is not going to be a Sweet Tea DLC. Apparently, instead they are reworking the United Kingdom in the ATS 2 game. That's kind of a disappointment to me. I was looking forward to the Azores being added to ETS2. Oh well, maybe someday we will get the Sweet Tea DLC that we all deserve. But until then, coming sometime in the next year or two will be the rework of the United Kingdom. So what do you think? Would you rather have the Azores added or the UK reworked? Let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, AI traffic. I almost forgot what it looked like. Sunlight, clear skies, traffic lights. I think it's clear enough for me to go. Oh, and you may notice that I have a fuel diesel tank. I'm pretty sure every time you enter and exit the alternate dimension or whatever you call it, that they refill your tank. AI traffic being AI traffic, the speed limit dropped to 55 and then 45. And what do the cars do? And the AI truck, they decided to go 25. This turn came a lot faster than I was expecting. then again, I've been driving under 20 miles an hour for the last hour, so. And here we are. Let's see where I'm supposed to park this trailer. Okay, looks like I'm going to be backing into the building. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's see what we get. You know, I actually have to go back to Brackenreach one more time because there's some roads that I still haven't uncovered there. But I'll do that off camera. Then after that, all the rest of my event loads will be done from city to city as normal. So that's going to be a little less troublesome. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.